I hope you are as glad as I am to be out of that weather, should we say. You know, you're very fortunate I found you in these woods. Mortals like you aren't meant to come this deeply here. They say long ago, an older enchantress, not myself, put a curse on these woods that prevents humans like you from leaving it after they've gone a little too far. Yes, and as much as you're fortunate to have had me find you, I am fortunate to have found you, because this means I will not be dining alone tonight. It gets very lonely in these woods, and I was preparing a meal before you came. Would you like to maybe have a refreshment and join me? Great. This wine is actually from the berries that grow outside this very cabin. It is sweet and tart, and just one of my favorite things that the summer months bring. But now it's getting a little colder, and we have to save it. But I will offer you it because you are good company. Here you are. I'll put it here so you can have it. Well, take it. Of course, I haven't done anything to it. Why would you even imply that? I'll drink mine first, and then you can see nothing is wrong with it. Go on. Drink yours. It's so sweet. See, was I not right? Wonderful, isn't it? Yes. Now, as I said, before you came, or before I found you in the woods and you have now come to my home, I had laid out some of my favorite herbs and spices to season tonight's dinner. And if you help me prepare them, or just make conversation with me as I prepare them, I will tell you a little bit about myself if you are curious, which I would dare say you are, as all mortals are about people like me, or beings like me. And you may tell me a bit about yourself as well. Wonderful. Let me just take my wonderful. Now, we have 5 seasonings to prepare today because these are my favorites to season the catch of the day. Yes, it does sometimes prove difficult to live out here, where food can sometimes be scarce, but we do well for ourselves. Oh, well, I know I don't exactly look like I could even pass as a mortal, but you have to understand that a curse was put on me years ago by a witch, another witch, who didn't particularly like my family very much. It was a blood feud, as one has, and sometimes children are caught in the crossfire of such a thing. Not that usual mortals have these problems. My family was royalty, as you hear in the stories, and so they suffered greatly for having such an outcast as someone who was descended from them. It's truly a shame, because sometimes I question what I could have become if I stayed in that mortal world. But I wouldn't have such an exhilarating or intriguing life as I do, imbued with certain magical properties. Well, doing spells is only one of the things we can do, and it comes at a price. Yes, my appearance, of course, I again don't look like I could pass in your world at all, but more than that even. Yes. Well, I cannot lie, I do want for the things of the mortal world, but they are impossible to have. Join me for another sip, will you? Can taste the blackberries and the cherries. It's almost intoxicating, isn't it? So lovely. And yes, the mortal world might afford me more companionship or love, perhaps, but I'm not one for traditional love, I have to say. I'm one who loves nature, as that is my nature, as a witch, to be one with nature, to be together with it, and to love it, and to be imbued with gifts from it, from trees, plants, animals, even humans. Even mortals have their own kind of magic that we take for granted. Oh, well, Francis, he was, or is an old friend. I like to keep him around. He's an awfully good companion. Doesn't talk back much, you know? But as my mortal life was put behind me more and more, as it was, I began to see growth in my powers, and that's a wonderful trade-off for me, because I have very little else other than these gifts, which is just fine. Again, the mortal world's so complicated. And what do you do? What is your trade? Oh, well, that is a good one. It certainly keeps life interesting in your own mortal way. These woods can get very lonely. But again, the beauty of nature certainly makes up for what a lack of human interaction does. Well, I suppose not that, but some other things. Yes, the curses maybe have a certain kind of longevity that I must keep up, and can only exercise in certain ways. Would you like to take another drink with me? Good. Yes, this curse is quite unfortunate sometimes, because I have had issues remaining like I feel human, which you wouldn't think a witch like me would need, but sometimes we like to be reminded of our mortality, or the good memories of our mortality. Such as waking up, lying in a cozy bed, warm, sun on your face, nothing to care about. And with every passing moment in this state, I feel a little bit of my humanity drift away. Nearly done. Would you like to help me finish off the last of my wine? Good. Enjoy it. There isn't much left. For you, as I explained, there are certain difficulties with my state as a being. I'm cursed to live in this forest where people dare not tread for fear they will be lost forever. And that is the curse of this forest, put on this land by an enchantress who was far nicer than I am, I must say. And unfortunately, you have found yourself in my wake today. And the preparation has come and gone. And so now, I will have no choice. Let me bring out the main course so we can season it together. I could not wait. I'm sorry, I know it's rude, but I could not wait. The taste of flesh is so good. Don't scream. No one will hear you. No one will hear you at all. Yes, of course I put something in the wine. You think it would affect me? Of course not. I'm immune, as I told you. I'm not of any mortal ways. Yes. You will eat. And you will dine with me. And then I will dine on you. No struggling. It's useless. It's too powerful. The wine I gave you, it's double what most I give anybody else in your situation. And yes, unfortunately, you've found yourself under the whims of me. This forest, you know, is protected by a good enchantress's spell, so mortals like you can't lose their way. But you have lost your way, and now I win. Yes, and it's sad for you, but I am not sad for you. I'm just looking forward to the kind of meal you can make. Shh. Sleep now. Sleep now, and it won't be painful. And you won't feel a thing.